What keeps us from doing the things we really love? This is very easy actually, but we don't want to face it, and we want the magic pill that will just change this in 1 second. But it's not going to happen like that. Now, what keeps us from doing the things we really love is our need for attention from others. If we do what we really love, we will not get the attention and the approval from others. The biggest reason we won't is because others need to have us in a little box, need to tick the box or cross out the box and know that John or Jane or Mary is like this. And I know them. And this way I feel safe because I know exactly what they do and who they are. But when you do only the things you love, you are different every day. And this scares the other person. It frightens them because it doesn't give them the security of knowing exactly who you are and feeling safe with this. So when we do things that we really love, we don't get approval from others, simply because they're feeling unsafe. And because we need their approval, we stop doing the things we love. Another reason they don't like us when we do what we love is because we are showing them that they can do this too. But because they also need the approval from others, they don't want to see this. So again, they're going to discourage you and find all the little things that might not work if you do the things you love. So really, because we need approval, this is the biggest blockage we have for doing only the things we love. Otherwise, it's really, really easy. So I would recommend keep asking your body, why do I need others to approve of me? The answer I got when I asked that many years ago was because you don't approve of you. And this is why you need others to approve of you. So then I started focusing on approving of me, on liking me. And little by little, I didn't have the need for others to approve of me. That's one way of doing it. There must be another way as well, but that's how I did it, and it worked well for me. Now, we never accuse the others. We never judge them or say something to them that, you know what, I don't need your approval. That's just silly. You don't do that. If you didn't need their approval, you wouldn't be arguing with them. The fact that you are arguing with someone is proof that you still need their approval. Otherwise, you say, yes, yes, okay, and you do your own stuff. You do your own thing. So no arguments are necessary. Simply keep asking your body, why do I still need someone else's approval? Or why does my well-being, my happiness, depend on what someone else thinks of me? Just ask the question. Don't try and find a logical answer in 1 minute, but ask the question. This opens up the doors to your soul, and you will have more access to your soul, and your soul will show you little by little why you still need other people to approve of you. And then as that goes, then you will start doing only the things you like. Let's see if there's another reason that keeps us from doing only the things we like. Okay, we have to remember, we lived in the caves for so long. And if we did not get everyone's approval, they threw us out of the cave. Mainly, though, because we would put the tribe in danger or the family in danger. So our body is still programmed to need everyone's approval. So do not judge yourself if you're still needing approval. Just know why you still need it, and say, okay, but now I'm ready for the next level of expression. And that way, by not judging it, it will be easier for you to move on, because there is a law in the universe that says if you want to change something, first you have to make it yours. You cannot change something that is not yours. And the way we make things ours is by accepting them for what they are. So let's accept our need for approval and then change it. Because if we judge it, we're not accepting it. And if we don't accept it, we won't be able to change it. And it's a vicious cycle that just goes round and around. So accept it first. Whatever it is you don't like, first accept it and then let it go. Let's see. What keeps us from doing the things we really love? Fear of failure. Yes. Most of us. Do you know that most people do not make money because they are afraid they will lose it? It is scary. Our fear of losing money keeps us from making it. This is for everything though. We fear failure, so we don't go for success. We want to become a dancer, but we don't do it in case we fail. And then everybody says, see, you should have become a doctor. So that's another thing that is actually blocking us from doing the things we love, our fear of failure. So if we can overcome this fear, again, don't expect to find the magic button and you press it and that's it. You're not afraid of failure anymore. You're going to have to convince yourself that it's okay to fail. If you fail, you have become wiser. You have learned. And when you go back home, you will have a lot to talk about with your friends. Think of those things when you find yourself afraid of failure. And that way you will convince your body that failure is acceptable. Failure is an option. And it's okay. The wisest people you're ever going to meet are people that have had a lot of failures in their life. They are not people that have one success after the other. That's okay too. But those people don't have much to talk about because they have not experienced failure. There's nothing more enriching to the personality and the soul than failure. We need to teach this at schools, that failure is okay because it makes you grow. So say those things to your body when you find yourself being afraid of failure, and little by little your body will change. And then you can do more of the things you really love. Another thing, start small. Don't say silly things like, well, I want to go to Tibet, but I don't have the money. Duh. You don't even do the little things you want to do, but you're focused on going to Tibet. Start small. If you're doing something, working, and you feel like a cup of coffee, drop everything and go for that cup of coffee. That is doing something you really love. That's where you start from. And then, little by little, you'll be doing bigger things. And then eventually, the energy will be there so that you can go to Tibet quite easily. Or wherever else it is you want to go. But too many of us focus on things that are unreachable at any given moment, so that we won't focus on the little things. So that we can keep doing everything we don't want simply because we cannot go to the moon today. Because I want to go to the moon today. No, today. This is how some people talk. And apart from the fact that they're stupid, the reason they're doing it is not to focus on the little things that they like. It's just an excuse to not do what you really like. Don't do this. And if you are doing it, stop it immediately. And ask yourself, what would I like to do at this moment? And then go and do it. And don't find other excuses like ice cream is fattening or chocolate is fattening. Again, these are excuses. If you're going to be happy, who cares if you're a couple of pounds overweight? That's not the problem. Do you think skinny people are happy? Let me tell you, most of them are not. So, it's got nothing to do with your body. Stop thinking like that and go and do the little things that bring you pleasure. This raises your vibration, and then you will be able to attract the bigger things. I will leave it at that for today. At this, I mean.